Adding a wing to a building. In this video, we'll discuss adding a wing to your building. You can add up to 4 wings to any building you create. Start with the Exterior Wing Plan tab selected above the drawing grid. Before we add a wing, notice that when you hover your cursor right on a corner post, it changes shape to a 4-pointed arrow. That's because you can then grab that corner post and resize the building by holding down your left mouse button and dragging the corner post in any direction to change the building dimensions. Watch the dimensions shown on the screen to resize the building to the desired size. If you have previously added doors and windows to the building, you will likely have to delete and reposition them once again. Okay, let's add a lean-to to the existing building. Place your cursor just outside of the wall where you want the lean-to to begin. That might be on a corner post, although it doesn't have to be. When your cursor is in the shape of a crosshair and outside the primary building outline, hold down your left mouse button and drag in any direction until the desired building size and shape is drawn. Then release the mouse button. When you do, you will see the now familiar fine-tuning control appear. Make any adjustments to the size of the addition, then click the OK button. Next, the roofline details window will appear. Since this is a lean-to, I'll check on the drop-down under the type of roofline and select Mono Lean-to from the available options. If you check the Force Matching Elevation if Sidewall box and the value in the offset window to the right is 0, it will force the roofline to be a continuous run from the existing building. If you check that box and then enter a value in the offset window, say 12 inches, it will drop the lean-to roof as it intersects the primary building by 12 inches. In this case, we'll check the box and leave the offset at 0. You can change the pitch or add an overhang to the room addition if you want. When you've made your selections, click the Accept All button. The building outline will turn blue momentarily while PostFrame Manager is performing a calculation. Then the primary attributes screen, which you should now be familiar with, will automatically appear. PostFrame Manager wants to know the details of this room addition just as it did for the primary building. Go through the menu to make any changes you want. There are a lot of choices you can make, such as whether you want wainscot on this lean-to, whether you want to use trusses or rafters, if you want to insulate the walls, and so forth. The point is that you are presented with the same menu items for this or any other wing as you were for the primary structure. When you've made and accepted all of your choices, click the Return button at the bottom of the screen to return to your drawing. Here's an important point concerning the common wall between the primary building and the building wing. To control these settings, you will need to access the Edit Building Wing Attributes menu selection by bringing up the navigation menu from within the primary building. To do that, with your mouse positioned within the primary building wing, click to bring up the menu. Then click the Edit Building Wing Attributes menu item. When the Attributes menu appears, click on the plus sign adjacent to Perimeter Walls in the Main Attributes section of the menu, and then the plus in front of Siding. Click on the Lean-to Common Wall Settings menu item. You have the option of keeping common wall framing as well as keeping common wall siding or not. It's up to you. Just make the selections you want by checking or unchecking the appropriate boxes shown and accepting your choice. You may want to have a look at the resulting building by looking at it in 3D once again, just to make sure all of your choices were recorded accurately. If you need to make any changes, return to the exterior wing plan and place your cursor inside of the wing you've just drawn. Then click. This will bring up the navigation menu as it pertains to the wing rather than the primary building. Click on Edit Building Wing Attributes to return to the primary attributes screen where you can make any adjustments that might be necessary. You will use the same procedure to add any wing to any building you create. Maybe it's an office or perhaps an L wing. The possibilities are endless with PostFrame Manager. This concludes the Adding a Wing to a Building instructional video.